Did you know that the average American home is almost 2,500 square feet? That's a lot of space. But here's the kicker. A study from the National Association of Realtors found that more than 60% of homeowners feel overwhelmed by their space. Surprised? You're not alone. Many people think that a bigger house means a happier life, but that's not always true. What if I told you that living in a smaller home could actually lead to more happiness and less stress? Research shows that when we downsize, we often find greater joy in our lives. In fact, people living in smaller spaces report higher levels of satisfaction and stronger connections with loved ones. In this video, we'll dive into the secrets of small living. We'll explore how downsizing can free you financially, foster closer relationships, and spark your creativity. Plus, we'll share unique strategies to turn your compact space into a cozy haven. Stay tuned to discover why a smaller house might just be the key to a happier, more fulfilling life. Chapter 1. The Illusion of More. Why bigger doesn't equal better. Let's face it, for years, we've been sold the idea that bigger is better. Real estate ads, TV shows, and social media all glorify the mansion life. But does having more space really lead to more happiness? Turns out, that's just an illusion. According to a study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology, once your basic needs are met, the size of your home has little effect on your happiness. In fact, larger homes often lead to more stress, with more cleaning, higher bills, and bigger maintenance headaches. The reality is, many people with large homes find themselves overwhelmed by upkeep. Interestingly, in a 2019 survey by Zillow, 83% of respondents living in homes over 3,000 square feet said they spent most of their time in just a few rooms. So why have all that extra space? People tend to stick to kitchens, living rooms, and bedrooms. The rest often goes unused. Joshua Becker, author of The More of Less, says it best: owning less is better than organizing more. The same principle applies to housing. Downsizing doesn't just reduce clutter, it reduces emotional and financial burdens. Smaller spaces encourage us to focus on what's truly important and discard what's not. Instead of chasing square footage, consider what you could do with more time, money, and freedom. A smaller home can actually unlock those doors. Chapter 2. The Cozy Effect. How smaller spaces foster closer connections. A smaller house naturally brings people together, literally and emotionally. In tight quarters, family members spend more time interacting. Research from the Happiness Research Institute in Denmark shows that people in smaller homes report stronger relationships with their loved ones. Think about it. When you're in a big house, everyone can hide in separate rooms. But in a cozy home, you're more likely to bump into each other, talk, and share moments. This sense of closeness can enhance relationships. Psychologists call this the proximity effect, where physical closeness leads to emotional closeness. In Japan, where homes are often compact, there's a cultural philosophy called ma, which means creating meaningful space between people and things. The smaller homes lead to better communication and deeper connections because there's no room for emotional distance. It's all about being intentional with the space you have. And let's not forget that a smaller home can encourage more mindful living. Without large rooms to fill with things, we focus more on experiences than possessions. A study by Cornell University found that people who prioritize experiences over material things are happier in the long run. Shared memories, like family movie nights or cozy dinners, matter more than any oversized couch or extra guest room. So, while a bigger house may give you more space, a smaller one can give you richer relationships. Chapter 3. The Mindspace Match. Declutter your home, declutter your life. It's no secret that a cluttered home leads to a cluttered mind. But did you know that the average American home contains over 300,000 items? That's a staggering number. And it comes with a mental cost. A study from UCLA found that women's stress hormones spike when they spend time in cluttered environments. If you're constantly surrounded by stuff, it's hard to relax. Smaller homes, by their very nature, force us to simplify. When you have less space, you're more selective about what stays and what goes. Minimalist guru Marie Kondo emphasizes this with her joy check method. Does it spark joy? If not, it's time to let it go. Smaller homes encourage us to make those decisions daily. Less clutter means less decision fatigue, more mental clarity, and a deeper sense of peace. Another fascinating statistic from Princeton University Neuroscience Institute reveals that a clutter-free environment improves focus and productivity by 15%. So, it's not just about feeling calm. Living minimally can actually boost your day-to-day performance. Downsizing doesn't mean deprivation. It's about creating a home that supports the life you want. When your space is clear, your mind follows. You'll find that the things you keep truly matter, and that's the key to creating a space that feels like home. If you're enjoying this content and want more tips on living a happier, minimalist life, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Chapter 4. Financial Freedom Formula. The real cost of living large. It's easy to assume that a bigger house equals a better life, but the numbers tell a different story. Larger homes often come with higher costs, more utilities, maintenance, and property taxes. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the average household spends $2,400 more annually on housing-related costs for homes over 2,500 square feet compared to those under 1,500 square feet. That's a big chunk of change that could be used for travel, hobbies, or even early retirement. A smaller house can give you something more valuable than space. It gives you financial freedom. By reducing your monthly mortgage or rent, you free up funds for the things that truly matter. The American Institute of Economic Research found that financial security contributes more to life satisfaction than material possessions. And a smaller home is one of the fastest ways to achieve that. There's also less pressure to fill a small home with stuff. With limited room, you're forced to prioritize quality over quantity. As best-selling author and financial expert Dave Ramsey puts it, you must gain control over your money, or the lack of it will forever control you. A smaller home makes that control easier, helping you spend less and save more. Downsizing can also help you avoid the lifestyle creep, that trap where, as income rises, expenses rise too. Smaller homes act as a financial anchor, reminding you to live within your means and focus on what brings long-term happiness. If you're looking for ways to invest in your future, a smaller house can be the secret weapon that gets you there faster. Chapter 5. Design Zen. Turning limited space into unlimited creativity. One of the most exciting parts of living in a smaller home is the chance to get creative. When space is limited, you're forced to think outside the box. And that's where the magic happens. As architect Ludwig Mies van der Rohe famously said, "Less is more." This mindset encourages us to create spaces that are both functional and beautiful. Smaller homes require thoughtful design, but that doesn't mean sacrificing style. In fact, it can spark innovation. For example, tiny homes have become popular for their smart use of space. From hidden storage compartments to fold-down furniture, these homes show how efficient design can enhance daily living. A House Beautiful study found that 88% of people living in smaller spaces felt more organized and less stressed due to their home's design. A well-designed small home uses every inch wisely. Think vertical storage, multifunctional furniture, and open-plan layouts that make the space feel bigger than it is. Not only does this maximize your square footage, but it also fosters a sense of calm and order. There's also a growing trend toward biophilic design, bringing nature into small spaces with plants, natural light, and organic materials. Studies show that exposure to nature indoors can improve well-being and reduce stress levels by 20%, according to research from the Journal of Environmental Psychology. So, even in a small space, you can create a sanctuary that's cozy and uplifting. Remember, a smaller home isn't a limitation. It's an opportunity to unleash your creativity and make a space that feels uniquely yours. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and insights on living a minimalist lifestyle. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.